All right, everyone. We're actually live. It's been a little bit of a delay. I know Matt's connected with us. We're just going to see whether we can get Matt on just now. It's going to be a fun audio session today. We're going to unpack Hollywood, the latest news, and also just getting an idea of some of the latest updates with Mogul's projects. We've got a list of questions as well that has come in throughout the week as well. So I'm going to put them to Matt. So the first order of business here. Let's see if we can just confirm Matt's with us. I know he's also moving at the same time as well. So we might have some good stories to hear from Matt as well with his experience moving as well. So Matt, let us know if you can hear us, if you're connected. I think I can. Just let us know as well.
Can you hear?
Yes, I've got you,
Hello?
Matt. We are connected.
Oh man, I was trying to talk for so long and like it was just muted. This new studio thing, man. I swear, we'll hopefully get the grist of it. It makes me feel like I'm old and I don't know anything about technology.
The funniest thing is it's not your fault because I think you're also moving at the moment, and I can only picture yesterday you're in the U-Haul van.
Yeah.
Whether you're doing this conversation from there or you moved in.
Oh man. So yesterday, so here you gotta get approved by the HOA. So I was sitting in the car from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and they still didn't approve me. So I had to get an hotel room. I had to pack the dogs, the rabbit. And then I left the hotel today. So like, and since Friday, I'm like going in and out from hotels, hoping that I get approved by the HOA that I've been waiting this entire time. But the day at 4:30 p.m., man, 30 minutes before they close, they sent me a approval, and I was like, yeah. So I literally just finished well, not unpacking, I would say just unpacking the U-Haul. All my stuff is inside. I just returned the U-Haul. I just got back to the new place, and after this, I'm gonna have to go grab a bite, man. I kind of been busy all day, so it's
Mission
been quite the
accomplished.
adventure.
Mission
Yeah,
accomplished.
quite, man. It's been quite the adventure. Like it's pretty annoying because I've also been working from a hotel room, which is always kind of annoying, especially if you don't have like that great of a connection on the Wi-Fi. And I've been working a lot from my phone in the U-Haul itself, and then like I said, I have the dog and the rabbit, and I have to be in the truck with the AC on all the time. And anyway, quite the adventure for sure, man. So I'm so glad that I'm all settled now.
It sounds like making a movie where you constantly have problems coming up.
Matt's
That's what
life.
it sounds like.
We should call it always something.
Well, yeah, Matt's moving in Florida. What it's like.
Yeah,
Um,
man, it's crazy, bro.
well,
Always, there's always something.
Always something, yeah. Well, the good thing is yeah, there's lots of really good stuff going on with Mogul. We did get some questions I'm going to put to you before the end of the interview that came in last week
Sure.
to ask you. Um, Busy time, like it just feels like busy, not as busy as previous years, but it's busy here in LA. There's been like a lot of productions now trying to finish before it gets to Christmas. I've been on the lot again at Las Palmas, which is where I mentioned last week. It was a little weird. There's only really All's Fair, like one show shooting, and there's just dozens of sound stages there, just sort of waiting around. So it's not as busy as before, but there's still activity. But we always talk about it, Matt, like just the number of productions now that are shooting outside of Hollywood because of tax credits, and it's cheaper to shoot.
Yeah. No,
So
true. That's good stuff.
what I was going to say, what's your latest update with from your eyes over everything going on at Mogul?
I've I've got some really good stuff going on. We have Relo and Zeno, obviously. That you're entitled to go get on the white list. That's going to be a very good project. Like we're really helping get Relo to the platinum artist, first one ever Bohemian artist platinum. Like we really want to help him out. I encourage everybody to come and join us and make a big change and also participate. Obviously, you get rewarded from all that work and stuff. So that's very exciting. I've been talking with my friend. She's an actress from LA. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to mention, but she brought up a very good project that she's going to be acting in, and she's very big in Hollywood. She actually has a Halloween TV show on Netflix. I haven't seen Netflix in a bit here, but I know last year I've watched it. It's a Halloween TV show with Adam Sandler, and she's one of the main character in it, and she's got a good love film, a love story that she wants to bring in on the Mogul platform here, and I think I've sent you as well some screenshot of a new conversation I've had with Jeremy Piven. He's probably going to be an Oscar nominee for his film, The Performance. So we're in talk about doing a campaign with Mogul for Jeremy Piven. I think that would be something really massive and exciting for everybody.
He's such a talented actor as well.
Man, he's
So many
amazing.
different roles with that guy. Yeah, it's kind of hard because he really did do such a good job as Ari Gold on Entourage.
Man, like that's the
That it's
thing.
like, yeah, you kind of picture him as Ari Gold, but if you've seen some of his other work, like he's kind of really dives deep under the surface and gets into like a character, like a really really strong character actor.
Mhm. Yeah,
Um,
I would like to see his comedy show as well, man. I'm
oh
pretty
yeah,
sure it's like watching Harry Gold live. You know what I mean? I bet you it's hilarious.
yeah, I could.
Just
What
roast
what?
a bunch of people, like he was telling us, like as incentives, like with him actually, that you could get roast by him.
Well,
That he was interested.
here's the thing, man. Like when he was playing Ari Gold, like he was funny. Like
Yeah, oh, yeah,
there's so
yeah.
many good liners. Like I love the line where I think what is it? It's I think it's his daughter's bat mitzvah, and they're all like I don't know, Vinny Chase and like Turtle and E roll up, and he does this really sarcastic voice to Turtle. He's like, "Seriously, smoke more weed. Seriously." To Turtle when he first meets him, like as in it's just subtle but just really really well delivered lines.
Oh
So,
man,
um,
so
but
funny.
but but and that's the film, The Performance, isn't it? That we're
Yeah.
talking to him about. So,
Yeah, absolutely. I
um,
encourage everybody to go watch the trailer. You can find the older one that's on YouTube. The film's been around for a bit. He's been working on this for years. Like this is going to be a very good performance from him himself, and he actually learned how to do that the special dance and all, and it's a very good story behind it. I'm really excited to watch it myself. I mean, I've watched a lot of sizzles and trailers and stuff like that that you've sent me, and I wasn't able to share with everybody. But it's man, it's gonna be insane. Honestly, like probably like definitely Oscar worthy. You know.
oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Well, that's
Mm.
yeah. Well, that's just it, isn't it? The other, I mean, we sort of give a bit of a rundown. The other films, Clutch is coming closer and closer to getting sort of more details, and we can show you more footage of that. That's just, as far as I know, that's just about finished post production. Super exciting stuff there. Really, really exciting stuff.
Yeah.
That's kind of like an action thriller. Um, We've also got, and that was the projects we're sort of talking about. City of Dreams, doing more and more. You still see the promotion of that. It's still kicking along really well. I had someone from Australia back in Australia ask me, when's it coming out down there? So it's going to get more of a release now that the domestic market, which is America, has sort of it's had its theatrical run. It's on VOD now, so
Yeah.
that'll be released more. Um, and then Killer in the House, that's out at the moment. That's something Mogul's got. Am I missing anything, Matt? What else have we got? What other films?
Uh, we got Lady Samurai eventually that we're gonna see. There is. Did you mention? Always forget the eye one. There's an eye bag and.
The I
Mm,
one. Oh, not
yeah.
TT. Late TT.
No, no, not TT. It's another one. I can't
Uh,
remember the name now, but
for yeah, for anyone that's wondering, yeah, Matt and I and Randy and the team, we kind of get a lot of emails about films per week, like a
it's
lot.
crazy.
So if you're just thinking, uh,
Well,
there's a
it's
lot of.
hard to keep track, man. And like, we really want to benefit, make sure we benefit like everybody. You know, we want to make sure that it will be a success for them, for the creators and the writers and everyone that doesn't have access to Hollywood. Like, we want to give you the access. We want to make it easy for everybody. And there's a like every time someone brings a project, we really look into it carefully, and we want to make sure that you all get something worthy out of it, right? With Mogul, so that's
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm thinking as well. The other really interesting thing about this is going to be because we've got Robert Bronzy, the project with Robert Bronzy.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
going to
The
be shooting later,
caretaker, that's it.
the caretaker, and we've also got Harvester of Eyes.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
Mr. Vi, that's the one I want.
oh, the eye one. I
The
got you. I
I
thought you meant
one.
the yes, yes. Harvester of Eyes. So we're covering all bases here. Like we're
Yeah, yeah,
covering
yeah.
all. Yeah, we're covering all the
Yeah, man. I wish
bases.
I could mention the one that I'm telling you about, man. This is gonna be huge. I think that actress. I don't know if I can mention her name yet, but man, I think she's the next big star in Hollywood, man. She's still very young. She's got millions of followers, and they all fans, and like millions on TikTok, like millions everywhere, man. Like, she's really killing it, and she does a lot of great things as well in her life. Like she supports things like we did with the City of Dreams, but with different companies like Polaris. What is it? Polaris, I think. Yeah, but it's really
Well,
cool,
that's
man. Like, I think it's gonna be really good to work with her. Honestly, something big. Definitely good.
well. I reckon. Look, this time next week we should be able to give you an update. Hopefully, next
Yeah, and,
next session Matt and I do next week. Um,
absolutely. Hopefully, we got one with Jeremy as well. Like, I'm really trying to get it going, and it's tough, honestly, because like, the film is finished, and sometimes it's a little bit more complicated to help or do things with someone that's like, depending on where they're at in their projects. Like, some people are just showing up with ideas, some people are coming with a script, some people are coming with scripts and trailer and deck and pictures and actors and maybe actors and things like that. So that it really depends. But like, for his case, I mean, he's got the trailer, he's got everything done. Like, um I'm pretty sure he's done some premieres, but he wants to do something bigger. Like, and Oscar campaign will be insane. A first one for Mogul. I think a first one for everybody to participate as well. Something really exciting to be part of, man.
yeah. Well, it's like you said. There's different stages, but I mean, the great thing with what we've got with Mogul is, they're either coming out or they're shooting at the moment, the films. So we can sort of
Hmm.
talk a little bit more about them. I was speaking to a filmmaker friend of mine, and I'll leave with this before I ask you the questions. But he's just finished his film, went to the premiere of it a couple of weeks ago. He's a good dude. He directed it, and he shot this film for $500,000, which is still pretty low for Hollywood. And he was saying that when he started shooting, like this time last year that he was coming into production, he was at dinner with some of his friends, and they're all giving him a hard time, saying like, "Why do you waste your time? You should take the 500,000 and then get a loan or make it a couple of million." And he's like, because they all had films that they wanted to shoot, and they were like, we don't want to shoot our first film for under 3 million. And he's kind of like, are you crazy? Anyway, so his film's come out, it's done really well, and he's just sold a license to one of the major streamers, and um, like, he's done well. But he was saying that it's like those people that at the dinner table with him this time last year, who were giving him such a hard time about, oh, like, you really should try and get more money than 500,000. He's like, they're still asking people for like 3.5 million to make their first movie. And he's like, just make your movie, make it with whatever money you've got. Like, don't try and get caught up in this, like, I can't do it unless it's like a really big amount of money. um so good on him, by the way, shout out.
Shout out! Let's go.
So, but just quickly on the questions before we wrap up, Matt, these are the questions that came through in the week, just for yourself.
Yeah.
Um, question for Matt. Question for Matt. This week, if I had to watch one thing on TV, what would it be?
What would I watch this week?
Is one
Hmm.
thing recommend?
Wha- Man, I think I gotta watch the last episode of the Penguins because I missed it. and I
Okay,
think it
that's
came
good.
out
That's a
on
good one.
it came out on Sunday night, and I was on it at first, and I missed it. And I think yesterday, last night in the hotel room, like there's like this weird channel on the TV, and like there's no guide. You gotta literally click channel by channel. And I did go on HBO, and it was the Penguins playing, and I didn't see that episode, so I just shut it down. But that's something I gotta watch. Maybe tonight we'll see.
That's a good one to recommend. I would
Yeah.
recommend Tulsa King if I had one
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah,
Watch
yeah.
Tulsa
There's
King.
a
That would
new
be my
episode of that one as well.
yeah.
I got some catch up to
If
do,
Matt
man. 'Cause-
well if you don't show up to work tomorrow, we know you're at home watching Tulsa King and the Penguin. Um,
Tulsa,
next
man.
qu- next question. Do you think that TikTok and YouTube will continue to I'm trying to read this email back. Do you think TikTok and YouTube will continue to have more movies and content on it, or do you think it's going to be that Netflix and the streamers will start to have better content?
No, I think YouTube's already changing. They already coming back with that. So I think implementing something like YouTube's going to be doing on a platform would be very cool at some point. So we're definitely in talk to do something like that. And also, you know what would be cool to add on a platform, and we're already looking into it. It's every time there's a new film coming out, some kind of a betting access. Like you can bet on like how many are you gonna make at the box office, or well, how much screen time is Tom Cruise gonna have, and things like that. You know what I mean? That could be very sick, like having like a little betting section on Mogul too. But yeah, no. To get back on your to your question, like yeah, definitely YouTube, TikTok are changing the rules, and I don't know TikTok so much, but I know YouTube. They're really trying to get into the streaming stuff right now. So we shall see, and I think Mogul shall follow the same steps as well. And we
Does
we have before they were famous, man. Like these are the best guys that we can work with for that as well. And I think they did an interview with Rello. Yes, today they did an interview with Rello today, and you're gonna see an episode of Before They Were Famous about Rello and Zano.
which is really really cool because yeah, you can definitely sign up as well for the whitelist as well. Final question, Matt. If you want to see any particular, is there any genres you want to see in particular at Mogul? If so, what type of film are you wanting to make the most?
Um, action thriller, man, would be pretty cool. And man, I wish we were back in the days and Jackie Chan was still around, man, because this guy was the best for action films because there was a bit of comedy and action and a really great story behind it. I
If
think,
you
yeah, yeah.
if you wanna like binge TV, maybe you'll like this, Matt. Go on YouTube and you type in Jackie Chan top 10 extreme stunts,
Oh
and
man,
it shows the stunts that have gone wrong. The
yeah.
one that just blows my mind is that you would have seen it. I think it's Police Story, where he's in like a shopping mall. He jumps off the top balcony onto these electrical cables, slides down while electrocuting himself. Like I think it's 6 stories, gets to the bottom, does the fight scene, and then collapses, and they take him to hospital. And you actually
Oh,
see him as he's sliding down. It's like a big Westfield you see in Culver City. He's they basically it wasn't supposed to electrocute him, and he can't let go because he's like 6 stories up. So he's electrocuting himself, but he does the
wow.
take. He does the taking like as soon as he hits the ground, and then collapses. And it was like
That's crazy, man. Wow.
yeah, so anyone you should check that out. YouTube Jackie Chan stunts gone wrong or top 10 stunts.
Did you see?
Um,
He's got a new one. Actually, I saw it today. Jackie Chan. I think he's trying to do another movie right now, and the guy strangled him from behind, and he just basically passed out. And then they picked him up, and he's like, oh, he looks all lost. And a lot of the comments are like, "Oh man, you're a legend, man. You shouldn't do this anymore. You know, you're old." Like,
well, I
like
told you when I was in Hong Kong last year, I met his company and his brother. Well, he's got a brother Frank who's looks a lot older like than him. I think Frank's like 80 or something.
Yeah.
Um, but it's like in Asia, like he really just, when there's those actors that does no stunts, but they're kind of like a movie star. He's did the stunts and was a movie star. Like he is the real deal.
Wow.
It's just crazy. But but yeah,
Agree, man.
just
Yeah, everyone
he's
everyone's got their own stunts man now, man. And this guy did it all himself, and it was really cool and motivating. And a lot of people were always asking me, man, what brought you into the gym so much? And like doing Muay Thai and bodybuilding, and it's like, man, look at what I grew up with, man. Arnold Schwarzenegger doing all these cool films, and Conan, and Jean Claude Van Damme, and Jackie Chan, and all
well,
these
check out
guys.
Steven. Yeah, Steven Seagal. Like whether you love him or hate him, I think he's cool. But I know a lot of people have seen his movies too many times. But it's like he's he's like, I think it's Aikido. He trained for that. Like he, I think he was 16 years old. He left America to go live with his sensei in Japan. Like at 16,
Wow.
living in Japan. That was before the internet, before mobile phones. To learn it. He's another guy. Yeah, like starts off as a stunt performer and then becomes an action star.
That's crazy,
So,
man. Yeah, I love it.
well, you go get a bite to eat. Congrats on the moving, all the
Thanks,
good
man.
stuff at Mogul. And
Always good to chat.
yeah, and if we don't see you at Mogul tomorrow, I'll know that you're watching Tulsa King.
Oh man, I had a crazy day yesterday, man, and I fell asleep at 8, and I woke up at 2 in the morning, which was too early for me to go to bed, and I woke up way too early because usually I'm up at like 4 or 5, and I was up like at 2. I was like, oh man, that's too early.
Waking up right as everyone in LA is going to sleep.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, man. So, all
All
right,
right, mate. Awesome to chat, Matt, and we will talk
amazing,
soon.
man. Absolutely, brother. Thank you, and hope everyone's having a great night. Feel free to reach out if you need anything. I'm always around.
Thanks, everyone.